Okay, it's recording now. So I told you we're going to slow down and review index laws. Wednesday, it would have been freaking intense. Who's this guy? Who's this Asian bloke that's just destroying everything at the front? Here we'll slow down. Do you agree that you were asked to get notes that sort of look like this? Yeah. Same base number. If you're timesing, you add the powers together. Do you see that? Yeah. So what the idea is that you should have written that down. It's like a little toolbox for this topic. So that when you practice answering the questions, these are the ones that I've said for you to do in the timeline, you can just go back to that toolbox. So for people that are feel a bit lost or really unsure, this is the process. In your book, write exercise 1C, you're doing question 1, and then you're trying A. And you'll be like, what do I have here? Do I have two base numbers? What's happening between the two base numbers? What's the sign between the two big ones? Say louder. What's the sign between the two base numbers here in that one? 3 squared, something, 3 to the 5, times. Good. Do I have a tool that allows me to deal with that? This one here. What do I do with the powers according to that rule? Are you blind or something? What do I do here with the powers? M plus. So your answer to that would be same base number, 3. And what's 2 plus 5? 7. Tick. I'm not going to go around the class and check everyone's questions because otherwise I wouldn't have time to teach. I'd just be spending it all checking. Where can you check that your answers are correct? Yeah, the back of the PDF has all the answers there. What you should do is if you've done it my way and you still got it wrong, then you ask me because I'll fix it up then. Okay? Let's try this one. E. What's that line in the middle mean? Add, subtract, times, or divide? Divide. Do I have a tool that tells me what to do when it's divide? What do I do with the powers this time? Minus. Good. So, same base number, 7, 9 minus 5, 4. Okay? Do a few of those, check your answers. I'll leave the last one there. You need to find the tool. Because what are you getting out of it if I answer all of these? You're just watching me do it. What you're supposed to do is go, I've laid some foundation, and then you do a little bit yourself. If you can't do it, then I come over, okay? Let's look at this one because I had a few people ask about this question. Express in simplest form with a prime number base. Does anyone know what a prime number is?
It can be multiplied by itself.
Close. It can be divided by something. So 3, do you guys know what numbers can I times to get 3? Only 1 and 3. But what numbers can I times together to get 4? 1 and 4. What else can I times to get 4? 2 and 2. See how there's more than one pair? So 4 is not a prime number. So 121 isn't a prime number. But 11 squared, 11 times by itself, 11's a prime number. And then I raised it to a power that if you grab in your calculator, 11 squared is 121. Okay? So what we're trying to do here, I'll do... someone asked me about 81. 81 is 9 times 9. It's also 81 times by 1. So one of the people that asked me about this 81, they were able to tell me, well, 81 is 9 squared. But is 9 a prime number yet? What are the different ways I can get 9 with? Any ideas? 3 and 3. What's the other way I can get 9 with? 1 times by 9. See how there's more than one, so it's not prime. What number can I times by itself to get 9? 3. So 9 is actually 3 squared, and then I'm squaring it again. So now that's in the lowest base, 3 to the power of 4. I'll give you a few seconds to get those that I've done. Leave space for the pink ones that I haven't shown you. I'll do a couple of the trickier ones towards the end, and then you'll spend the time in the double working on them, okay? So what I want to go over is like these trickier ones here to give you a little boost or a head start there. What's the sign here between X and Y? What's the sign in maths that we don't write? Times. Do I have a tool that tells me what to do when I timesing two things together and it's raised to a power? What happens to that power? It spreads like? Good. So here, COVID, so that's X. That power is going to spread to X, and that power is going to spread to Y. That's your answer, see? It's just, see how all you're doing is applying the rule to different scenarios? Last one here that I'll do as an example. You're probably looking at this one here. 4b squared times by 2b cubed and being like, this doesn't look like anything that you've shown me. No? Are they the same base number? B's? Good. And it's all multiplication between. If you wanted to write that out in full, you could write 4 times by b squared times by 2 times by b cubed. Someone tell me why am I allowed to write it like that? What is the sign in maths that we don't write between things? So what did I just do? Did I just put the times back there so I can see it? Now you're like, well, it's in a particular order. Why are we allowed to mix it around? Let me give you another example. What's the answer to 1 times by 2 times by 3? You help me out. What's 1 times by 2? 2. And what's 2 times by 3? Let me prove something. 3 times by 1 times by 2. What's 3 times by 1? What's 3 times by 2? What have I just shown you with that stuff in blue? Does the order of multiplying matter? Can I switch it around however I like? So this doesn't look clean, but because I showed you the multiplication order, it doesn't matter. Could I write it like this? 4 times by 2 times by b squared times by b cubed. Is that exactly the same thing? Is it just more organized a little bit? What's 4 times 2? 8. And now we've got a tool. Do I have 2 of the same base number? What do I do when I'm timesing same base number and the different powers? Add, subtract, what? You add them. 2 plus 3. B with 5. Okay? I'm going to stop the recording because you might roast your previous teacher, so I'll stop it here.